All right, looks like I'm live. There we go. What's up, Virginia? Random. Can y'all hear me? Suze, good to see you. All right, so this is part 3. Um, so this is what I ended up with after tempered. And the next step is going to be hand sanding, which takes quite a while. It's a lot of work, but it was really what makes them look finished. And I'm not going to go through the whole hand sanding process just because it takes so long, but I am going to show how I get it done, and then I have the other two which are further along in the process, and then we'll show those, and we will etch one with the vinegar, and that'll be it for the stream tonight. And then the next one will be probably Friday. We'll cord wrap them and they'll be done. So basically how I start is I start by doing these edges here. I'll need hand sanded, and then the flat parts will get it. I do the edges first, then I'll do the flat parts. And then these bevels here that are still black, I will go back out into the shop and do that on the machine one more time. And I'll kind of pull the bevel further up the side of the blade there. So there ain't really much of a trick to this, but I actually already sanded here, so I'll turn it upside down. Just I use a piece of brass with a piece of leather that's glued on there, and then 180 grit sticky sandpaper. Stick it onto there, and then just go at it. You can see when I sanded this on my machine, all the sanding scratches go this way. So when you sand it this way, you can pretty easily see when they're all gone. So just, it takes a little bit. And then after the 180, I'll switch up to 320. And this you got to do by hand. It's kind of a pain. So you get the idea there. And then, so like on the back here where you got your little notches, take like a drill bit, and a little piece of paper. Make sure my drill bit fits. Wrap this around it. That's all the little details that take quite a while, but they make all the difference in the end. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Not even focusing for me. It's surely not for you. But I got the one sanded and the rest no good. So I'll do all those. Then I'll go all around the edge, and then we'll do the sides, which is really the most important part. For that, we do kind of the Same process here. This back. Get this. Sandpaper. This is like a piece of like countertop or something. It's like real flat, it's like granite or something. Stick the sandpaper on here. I don't know if you'll be able to see how coarse the scratches are in there. We'll you can see where I'm touching here, it's not touching there. So we'll just keep going after it. Hi Bella, good to see you. Ghetto, what's up? Good to see you. All right, so anyway, after going after this for a while, I mean, you can get it all the way sanded flat on there, but it takes a long time. So usually what I do is I cheat a little bit and I clamp this onto there, and then I use the stick with a little piece of leather, and the leather will kind of go down into the small dips and stuff, and then you just sand it. And then after the 180, you'll go up to the 320. I usually stop at 320. You can go all the way up, whatever, 600, 1,000. And then, so I've got one that I already sanded, so we're just going to go to that. I got it all cleaned up, so I don't want to touch it with my hands. I want gloves on. So here it is. Once you go through that whole process, get it all sanded, it looks something like this. I did the sides, and then I took it out to the shop and did the bevels again. So this one, and then I've cleaned this with warm water and Dawn real good. So, and I don't want to touch it with my hands. I don't want to get no oils on it or anything, because it's ready to go into the vinegar to get etched. So, and I think I hear my vinegar boiling, so we're gonna do that next. I'll be back in just a second. Well, here, let's do this first. So this is what I'm gonna etch it in. I'm gonna hang it from this wire here. And I've cleaned, like I said, I cleaned my blade a lot, and I even cleaned my wire. So it's gonna hang in there like that. And then let me go get the vinegar and we'll fill it up, and we should get a reaction almost right away. All right. So, oh yeah, it looks like you can probably see it. It started foaming right away. You can see it's starting to kind of give it like a grayish color. Of course, it's not showing up good. Ready that quick, but we're gonna leave it in there for quite a while. Leave it in there about 10 minutes, and then I'll take it out and wash it off in the sink, and then I'll put it back in, and I'll do that about, I don't know, somewhere between 1 and 5 times. So, lemon child here. Sister Marie, good to see you. It was a fun live you did today. The vinegar etch here it's just like a looks thing. It just kind of gives it a cool look. So, but we can skip on past this. I told you next step, in about 5-10 minutes, we'll rinse it off in the sink, and then I'll just put it back in, and I'll keep doing that a few times throughout the night. And what I will end up with is something that looks something like that. Got kind of a gray color to it. So this is one I etched today. It didn't etch real good right on my stamp, but it came out pretty nice. I really like I like the gray look it gets. So this one's almost ready for the cord wrapped handle. The last step is polish it just a little and oil it, and then that's it. It's ready for the handle. And then to sharpen, I don't think I'm going to do sharpening on the live stream because that's like a whole separate thing. Go on for hours. So this is what I use to polish them with. Semichrome. I don't know, you can get it at like Ace Hardware. There's a couple other brands similar. It's just a little bit goes a long way. And just kind of polish it a little. I'm gonna do a whole lot. It will start taking the gray color off if you do too much. Oh, what's up, Stuart? Thanks, man. Trying to show the whole process. Some of it's a little boring and monotonous, like hand sanding. For like this knife that I have not hand sanded yet is going to take me an hour easily. And then the vinegar etching is going to take me an hour easily, and most of that is just waiting. But so I tried to get it set up today where I could show all the steps, but not have to make y'all watch me hand sand for an hour. That's why I tend to do it. I do a lot of my hand sanding it right here in the house. coffee table. This one, I don't know if it's going to show up on my camera, but it really picked up some interesting like grain patterns from the steel. There you go. On the etch. Oh, is Miss Ghetto here? Hey, Miss Ghetto, good to see you. All right, so the last step before cord wrap the handle on and be done with it is a little bit of oil. I like to really make sure I get it under the where the handle's going to be. Since it's a cord wrap handle and this is a carbon steel knife, so it can rust. I want to have that area oiled pretty good. Wonder if y'all can hear that vinegar bubbling away. Right. Just gonna wipe it clean. All right, there it is. Ready for the handle. The next stream, I'm waiting on paracord. I had to order it from old Jeff Bezos. He says it's gonna be here Friday. So the next stream will probably be Friday evening. We'll put the paracord on. It's super easy. And then they'll be done. And then I think Saturday we will make the sheaths. So right on. There it is. And I know my video quality is terrible in here. When I do finish these, I'm gonna make a video. My screen right now. So right on, y'all. Thanks for watching. Like I said, we'll be back. I think Friday we'll finish them up, and then on the weekend we'll do the sheaths. So I really appreciate y'all coming in. It's the same people in here every time, the whole time I've been doing this. Y'all rock. So have a good night.